here we are. I'm going to stifle my laughter here for a moment and then bring it back. Bring back the laughter.
Well, I would have liked you to say to cleared your throat before you said here we are, because it sounded weird. Here we are. Here we are in Flemsville, USA.
That's to make sure people are paying attention.
Oh, my God.
Hey,
this is going to be the longest hour.
Hey, the first time I had Dave Mordahl stop here, it was like...
Yeah, that guy's been smoking.
Covering the mic every 3 seconds. Like, can I get a warning? And maybe I'll cover mine as well, because it's still picking up your hack. Hey, this is episode 118 of No Laugh Track Podcast.
Are you kidding me? 118 is my lucky number.
That is perfect.
There's no reason for me to lie to you about that either.
If you were my 6-year-old daughter, she's learning odds and evens, so I would say, what is 118? Is that odd or even?
And then what would she say is the most important thing? Who cares what you would say? What would she say? She
would hope... I think we did enough practice, she would say even.
Yeah.
However, if it's written down that 118, you could look at the 11, and if you're really dumb, you could say odd.
I was just going to say, give your daughter some credit, because you look at the last number, cover up that 11.
As I was saying while we were enjoying lunch today, I went to parent-teacher conferences last night, and there's no problems.
That's good.
At least as far as odds and evens. So
okay. Well, I mean, what do you mean at least as far as odds and evens? Where are there problems? Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I do. And I want her to listen to this.
Okay, let's talk about it. What are the problems? She talks a lot in class?
She's 6, so it won't be hard to crack her. So
She is 6. There are 2 words in that 3-word sentence that lead me to believe she talks a lot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And giggles. And everything's funny.
Yep.
Yeah. Enough of that.
Okay.
Not everything's that funny.
Yeah.
I'm proud.
I thought actually when you said enough of that and you were scolding her about her giggling, I thought you were scolding me and I said okay. Just to let you know.
Are you used to that?
My dad used to hit me.
But you were raised in Texas by a black man.
So it was fine. So now I hit my kids. It doesn't matter.
Did I say No Laugh Track Podcast already?
I think you just cleared your throat.
That's right. Here we are. It's 118. You've been here before. You know the deal.
Yeah. I was here for 17, 64, 94, and now 118. This is unbelievable. It's like...
one of those might be true. I don't know.
Not a clue.
Welcome to town, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
It's a lovely town.
Do you like it?
I do like it a lot.
Yeah. Where were you last week?
I was nowhere.
Nowhere?
I was in Fergus Falls, Minnesota, where I live.
You're the mayor there? Is that correct?
Well, at least that's what they call me at the golf course, because that's what I signed up as. When you sign up for tea times, you can put in Mr., Mrs., Doctor, and then a mayor. So I put in mayor. And so that's what they call me now at the golf course.
No one trumps the mayor when it comes to tea times?
I'll tell you this, the mayor sucks shit at golf. That much I can tell you.
If there was a gossip columnist, and is there a gossip columnist in the Fergus Falls newspaper?
No, there's no need to columnize it. Is that a word?
Columnize? Should be.
There's no need to colonize it. Hello, governor. We've got some gossip. Jesus, what is wrong with me? I'm going to take a fistful of NyQuil.
Yeah.
And this is going to be as soon as we're done talking.
Well, it's Wednesday, so I know the key to get the best out of you is to talk to you as early in the week as possible if you're doing a week at Acme, right?
Yeah, probably.
Am I right?
Probably right.
Yeah.
My new strategy is I come in Tuesday, turn it up to about a 9.
Out of 10?
Yep.
Okay.
Then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, no boozing. That way I can actually concentrate and get work done.
And then Saturday?
And then Saturday we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Saturday I might have a bump with the managers and the staff, stay around a little bit.
Again, you're talking cocaine, right?
Nothing big time. Yeah.
Okay.
Heroin, shoot some heroin. I never know the cool words for drugs.
Bump.
Like I know there's what they just call it, local H. Is that heroin?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too.
And a shitty alternative band.
Yeah, I was going to say there was a band from the 90s.
Yeah. I think bump is used for both a little snort and like a beer and a shot.
Yep.
So
true.
Good job.
Intertwine. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Well, I brought some things I would like to chat with you, Mr. Chad Daniels, about.
Ready.
First of all, and most importantly, you're back from the Asia Tour.
Yes.
Of China.
Yeah.
I mean, of Asia, of everywhere.
We went to Hong Kong, flew into Hong Kong, went to Singapore, flew back to Hong Kong, then took a boat to Macau, then took a boat back to Hong Kong, flew out of Hong Kong, back to Seattle, back to Minneapolis.
Do you know that as you're describing that, all I'm picturing is that thing from Indiana Jones where the plane, they have the map showing and then the plane's going over and it's and then you got on a boat and then that's going on the water.
Yep. Yeah. And then after a 15-hour flight, so after I'd stayed up all night in Macau, taking a 1-hour boat ride back to Hong Kong, taking an hour cab ride to the airport, taking a 15-hour flight from Hong Kong to Seattle, and a 5.5-hour flight from Seattle to Minneapolis. I still had to drive 3 hours. Fuck you.
Oh, by yourself?
Are you serious right now? Yeah, what'd you check your watch for first time?
Because I didn't know what time we started. I'm trying to catch it before we get too far into
see
it.
How far in I said fuck.
Yes.
Yeah, it was insane. I should not have been on the road.
Did you leave your car at the airport for a week?
No, I left it at Sarah's house. Sarah, who manages here.
Manager Sarah.
She came, and then her husband was nice enough to bring us to the airport and come pick us up as well.
You didn't consider maybe stopping at a rest area and getting a couple Z's?
No, because I would have slept for 2 days. People have been like, "Oh, this guy died." They're just buried. I'd have been buried alive. No one wants that after a trip to Hong Kong.
Did you? And most importantly, because I gave everybody back here at the club shit because I didn't get a souvenir. Did you bring back souvenirs for anyone?
I did. I brought my daughter a panda that you can remove the inside and heat it up in the microwave, and then you can sleep with it, and it is warm.
Okay.
And then I brought her another little more, I would say, Asian-centric stuffed animal. And then I brought my son 0 weapons. That's all he asked for were weapons.
Throwing stars?
Yep, none of those. What did I get? I got him a pillow, one of those like memory foam pillows, but it had the character for warrior in the game of chess, in the Chinese game of chess. And I got him something else. I can't remember what it was, but who gives a shit?
And in China, that's like 3 cents?
No, it was almost like we went to the American Apparel of China. It was called GOD, Goods of Desire, I think. And it was like really, it was all pretty expensive. I got him a shirt that said, "No more delay." No more delay, which when you spell it out in English, it just says no more delay, like you're done bringing us down.
Yeah.
But when you say it, it actually in Mandarin means motherfucker.
Ah! Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So he can wear it to school.
Yeah, nobody's the wiser. He doesn't even know.
You didn't tell him?
That's the best part.
That's awesome. What kind of expectations did you have? Had you ever been? You never been over there before, have you?
I'd never been to Asia.
Yeah.
So I didn't really. I just wanted to eat a lot of food, a lot of unique cuisine, and
do you get wild with food? I mean, like experimental.
Yeah, I mean, we ate whatever. There were a couple food trucks. They're not food trucks, but they're shanties in between buildings. Kind of, you'd go and you'd just point to a bowl, like you wouldn't even know what it was. Like, I want that bowl of food.
That's brave.
Kind of a weird experience, but
Yeah.
it was so delicious. It was always delicious. Never questioned it.
We never mentioned it was with Pete Lee and Tom Segura.
You don't have to mention that. This is about me.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
This is episode 118, not 118 in Friends, for Christ's sake. No, I'm kidding.
How well did you know either of those guys?
Well, Pete Lee I started with.
Yeah.
We have been great friends forever and ever and ever.
Yep.
And his wife came, Jamie.
Yes.
And she's wonderful. I've known her forever, too.
You know, I need to say, it. On social media, that motherfucking Pete Lee and his wife look like they're the happiest couple on the planet.
Oh my God, they're not.
And I don't want my girlfriend to ever see that because they're always like out having so much fun. It looks like, but the truth is,
what they do is in between fights in their small, shitty New York apartment that is the bane of their existence, and it will end their marriage someday. They're in between fights. They're like, as soon as someone's like, I need some fucking air, and they go, and then the other one follows them, and they're like, quick pic, just for Twitter, and then they smile. They wipe the tears away.
Oh,
and smile, and then take one, and then send it off, and then it's right back like, you knew there was a shadow over my ear, motherfucker. And it's one more fight. It's nonstop fighting. It's. I feel for both of them.
Well, that makes me feel better.
Yeah,
it's kind of sick that I feel better about myself because they're fighting. But
yeah, no, that's I think why Lewis invited them. So Tom and I kind of knew like we had good lives.
You're right.
So
and that's all true. What you just said.
Yeah, 100%. And if you want to sue me for slander, good luck. Good luck.
How well did you know Tom?
Didn't at all.
Not at all.
Met him on the airplane on the way from Seattle to Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And I'd like to think we became pretty quick pals.
Yeah. I saw a picture of him on your phone this morning.
Yeah, he's my screensaver.
Does he know that?
I think so.
Are you on his phone?
I think so. I was.
I'm going to find out. He's here like in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
so
I was for a while.
I'll find out.
Okay. What I'd like you to do in his podcast,
yeah,
I'm going to write down a phrase for you. It's Bobue Chiseo, which means I want to kiss in Korean.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Bobue Chiseo Mabiho sounds all Korean, but it really just means I want to kiss on my beehole, my butthole. And so we know that because there was an interpreter with us over there, and she was trying to tell us how to say this to these Korean girls, I want to kiss. Because it was one of the cameraman's birthdays, and we were just messing around. Like I gave him the kiss, his birthday kiss. So we were saying, Babuy Jiseo, and like I was kissing him, being like, you? And they're like, no, hee hee tee hee hee, no tee hee hoo hee hee hoo hee. Like laughing and covering their mouths. Okay, just the cutest little Asian squeak. And I mean, it was. I know that sounds horrible.
I know.
But it was. But it really was. So, I mean, anytime you hear someone go, no, you think to yourself, that's the worst little German squeak ever, right? Mm-hmm. So that's how I like to do things. So it's a little Asian squeak.
Yeah.
And so I went in front of them and bent over and said, Babuy Jiseo Mabiho, thinking that it kind of sounded Korean. And then they didn't talk to us for the rest of the trip on the boat. So that was kind of an inside joke between all of us the rest of the time. And we ended up singing. After the song in Macau, or after the show in Macau, I played piano. I thought we were going to do a sing-along. I played Rihanna's Stay.
Oh.
Right? Thinking everyone was going to sing it.
Yeah.
And no one did. And then Tom grabs the mic. And Babuy Chiseo Mabiho. It's so funny. And then all of a sudden you hear, out of nowhere, Pete Lee grabs a mic and you hear, my asshole. It is so great. That's video somewhere. I saw the video. It's somewhere on Facebook. I don't know exactly where to find it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you were saying that there's a cameraman because like Josh Weinstein was.
Yeah, he was a director.
He was directing.
He was directing a documentary that we were filming over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It is. Yeah. Hopefully, some people watch when it's done.
Will there be anything that you will regret people seeing?
Probably a lot. Yeah. I mean, first of all, 4 days into the trip, I still hadn't slept. And so I looked like someone found my body at the bottom of a river. I was all bloated and fucking, it just looked so bad. I saw pictures of myself over there and I was like, awesome. So just the whole fact, my face, if we're making a list of things I don't want people to see.
Yeah.
But no. Everyone was very well behaved. I don't think I said anything that's too ridiculous. I was just being honest. So if honesty gets me in trouble, oh well.
And if that's the world we're going to live in.
Yeah. If that's a world we're going to live in, I don't want your daughter to have parent-teacher conferences because we're doomed anyways.
That's right.
Who gives a fuck if it's odd or even when the world around us is crumbling?
Mm-hmm. I don't want to be a part of that.
How many times can the world crumble? One. Odd.
Yeah.
That's all you fucking need to know. That's all you need to know.
It starts with 1, and that's an odd number. I did see a video of you playing in the rain.
Yes.
That Pete Lee filmed.
Uh-huh.
And I think something like, what came out of his mouth at the beginning? Something like, Chad Daniels is fucking crazy, or this is going to kill him, or...
I think something about ending up in a hospital.
Ending up in a hospital, yeah.
Everyone was slipping. We're going down this hill, and you can't tell from the video, but the hill is so steep that they built escalators into the hill because it was too hard for people to walk up and down. Sometimes, you were literally leaning backwards and constantly had the brakes on, or you would fall. You'd have to fall on your butt to not kill yourself going forward.
Wow.
That's how steep the hill was.
Yeah.
It was raining, and the escalators were jam-packed, and I didn't want to wait for them. And so I'm from Minnesota, grew up, born and raised. I know a little something about sledding.
Damn right.
So out of the corner of my eye, I caught a trash can. So I grabbed the lid of the trash can, flipped it upside down. It was a plastic one. Walked up the hill, got a little running start, and then slid all the way down the hill and almost got killed by a taxi at the bottom. My boots are ruined because I had to dig the toes of my boots in. I bet you I was going 20 miles per hour at one point going down this thing.
Yeah.
And I get to the bottom, and there's cabs flying around this street.
It literally opens right into a street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get down there. I have to dig. You don't see all of this happen. I have to dig my boots in and then go out into the street, and a cab's coming, and I have to, bear crawl back onto the sidewalk.
Oh, no.
Tom Segura is at the bottom. He's already at the bottom looking for a cab. He has his head in a cab asking if they can bring us back to Wan Chai where we were staying. And then he takes his head out, looks at me, and he goes, "What the fuck?" Looks back at the cab driver. Cab driver goes, "No." Takes off because he doesn't want a crazy person in his cab. And I'm soaking wet now.
Yeah.
So I get up, and then it was a blast. It was an absolute blast, just goofing around, almost getting thrown in prison.
Yeah. I'm sure that would have went well.
Yeah, that would have been really great.
Were there any warnings about... I'm sure there must have been, about breaking laws?
When we went to Singapore, yeah. So when you go to Singapore, on the back of the whatever customs form that you would fill out,
yeah,
it says, "Attention, death to drug traffickers." That's what it says on the actual form.
Oh.
So the deal with spitting, chewing gum is illegal. I remember when I was in high school, somebody got caned. I think I was in high school. Somebody got caned for spray painting.
Yeah, that's right.
Public caning.
That's right.
They might have been from Minnesota. Maybe that's why I know so much about it, but I remember it. But prostitution's legal. Jaywalking is a $1,000 fine. Prostitution's legal. You can't chew gum. So you can have sex with a gal, but you better brush your teeth first because you can't have gum when you're there.
No. Where's the Trident and Dentine lobbyists?
Yeah, not in Singapore.
Apparently
I
not.
can tell you that. And I thought it'd be interesting if a woman would put gum down by her vagina to trick you, and then all of a sudden you think you're doing her a favor, but really she's an undercover cop getting you to chew gum. Now you're fucked.
Talk about the friggin' setup.
Call that a sting.
Call that a sting.
Singapore sting instead of sling.
That is undercover.
Nice. Well played.
Hey, thank you.
Well played.
Thank you. How about the drinking over there?
Really expensive. Really, it was like $15 for a drink.
Yeah.
So, but we did some drinking still. Didn't matter, I guess.
If it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Uh-huh.
We got drink tickets for some of the shows, and then the comedy club there is BYOB.
Oh, really?
Yep. So you go to the 7-Eleven, and you pick up some booze, bring it down to the club, drink. Yeah. What?
I'm just picturing you walking in with a case of Bud Lights.
No, we just had 40s, man. We went real old school gangster.
Really?
Yeah.
They have 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go malt liquor?
I went Mickey's, yeah.
Ah, yeah. That's the white boy stuff.
I used to go. Well, that's true, but I'm a white boy,
Yeah.
so that why you got to judge?
You and House of Pain.
Jump around, buddy.
Jump around, boy. Did you see the breaking news right before we started recording today?
I did not.
There's one less Ebola patient in the United States.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Did.
He's
Did.
did.
Well,
You didn't bring anything back, right?
I don't think so. I mean, nothing like the.
No fever?
Nothing I have to declare. Yellow fever, maybe. I brought that back, but I've always had that, so it doesn't matter.
Did you ever have one of those buddies who's, I just got a thing for Asian chicks, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that you?
Well, I mean, I have a thing for chicks. I don't discriminate. But yeah, one of my best friends got really into Kung Fu, started going over to Asia to fight, and then now he's like just very big into everything about the Asian culture and always has Asian girlfriends, yeah.
And do they do that giggle? Chad Daniel's so funny.
Yeah, like one time we were out eating and I was like, Kung Fu, Kung You. And they're like, that means something you don't know. This has to be a 7 on the racism scale, right?
Yes.
I can't, then I'm done doing it. I mean, it's cutesy and I think it's funny and I don't think anyone would have too big of a problem with it, but.
I know, because that has ever stopped you before. How old are you? You talk a lot about the family in your act. How old are your kids now?
15 and 10. My son is 15, my daughter's 10.
15 and 10.
Yeah, that's legit.
Yeah. Now,
Legit.
there was a news story locally this morning that they're thinking about changing the start time for high schools. Did you hear about this? It's research has shown, this is not a setup to a punchline, but I want your comments on this, especially being the father of a 15-year-old. It's research has shown teenagers' bodies are not ready to engage in school at 7:30. Because apparently that's the start time in St. Paul here. Starting an hour later would mean long bus rides, blah, blah, blah. But apparently research shows that kids' bodies aren't ready to function at 7:30 in the morning. They need that extra hour of sleep.
Does research show that the kids' bodies would be ready to function if they went to bed at 10 and not 3 in the morning? Do we do any research on that?
I didn't see that there.
I have.
Yeah.
I can tell you.
Yeah? You've done research?
That if you go to bed at 10 or even 11, that 1 hour before midnight doubles to 2. You can count that as 2. And then you get up at 6:30. Maybe you don't have to get all sexy for school. Maybe you don't have to get up at 5:30 to blow dry your hair.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just putting in a ponytail. Med school, that fucking thing.
Damn right.
Yeah, med school. Go to school in slippers. Learn. It doesn't have to be the club. Where'd you meet your boo? High school. You mean the club? No. High school. And by the way, I want everyone to know that's a white person.
Oh, that was a white person.
Yeah. It was.
Okay.
I was being serious.
In Fergus Falls.
Obviously. Absolutely. In
Obviously.
218, homie. 218.
218, homie.
Yeah, you know that's right. You know that's right.
Did you
Jesus, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I'm going to keep you going here, Chad.
No, it's not. I'm not saying like I want to leave because I'm tired. I'm telling you, I'm giggling at stuff that's just goddamn ridiculous.
Yeah. Isn't that fun, though?
It is fun.
Yeah.
It's probably not for the listeners.
Oh.
Like, why is he...
We'll put a warning to listen to this when you're a little groggy.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. All right. I know that you and I are like within a year of age of each other, so I'm just thinking, so we can compare some stories here. Did you, when you were that age, like your son's age, were you wearing jewelry or cologne to school? And
15.
You don't have to say whether he is, but were you?
I might have had earrings.
How many piercings?
One on each.
One on each.
Yeah.
One on each. Uh-huh. I had 2 and 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Jewelry, I don't think so. I didn't have a girlfriend then. I remember one time a girlfriend gave me a pinky ring, and I was like, I'm not Italian.
What do I do with this?
Yeah, maybe cologne, though. I bet cologne, probably.
Cool water?
Cool water wasn't until college. I would say...
The look on your face.
I would say eternity, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Maybe even Drakkar Noir.
Yeah. Uh-huh. That was more junior high in St. Paul.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're right. I think that's right, too.
Yeah.
I was thinking that, when we started going to movies and actually holding hands, there'd just be a section of fucking stank. Like, you know that you just have to put a little on, right? People are just fucking shaking it over their leather jackets and shit. It's like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, my mom smokes in the house, gets in the leather. Well, so now we have to smell smoke and all the Drakkar Noir?
Yes. I think it smells like you're mixing also some Calvin Klein Obsession in there. Is that what I'm noticing?
Yeah, because I'm getting a real woodsy smell, bro. Getting a real, like, woodsy cinnamon. Is it cinnamon?
So we just want to wrap that up by saying I wish the kids well in school, and go ahead and stay up late and get up early.
Yeah, I mean, so that's what we're teaching children, that if you don't like the start time
change it around me.
Yeah.
You don't change. You don't, yeah.
Don't go to bed earlier. We'll fix this for you.
We'll fix it for you.
God damn it.
It is the...
we are raising a narcissistic nation.
Mm-hmm.
That is a fact.
Yeah.
Because everything changes to meet the needs of... I mean, I always hate to be the guy that's like, in my day... Because I'm not that old to do that shit yet. But still, I did walk... If I missed the bus, I fucking walked to school. If I forgot some shit, there were consequences. Mm-hmm. My mom didn't leave work to bring me my stuff. That happens where I live. Parents leave their jobs to go get things that their stupid fucking kid forgot, and they bring it to school for them. Mm-hmm. And I bet you those kids don't even say thank you until the mom goes, what do you say? Are you fucking for real? He's 15 and you have to remind him to say thank you? I will make a kid sleep in a tent when it's freezing outside. I don't give a shit.
If he forgot his key.
It's on my property. My kid, my property. Fucking move along, copper. I got this one.
My rules.
Yes.
What did you... another thing I just flashed back into my head is like when I was that age, when you said just go to bed a little earlier. You know what I would always stay up and watch and then go to bed? The Arsenio Hall show.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. People can't see what I'm doing right now, but I'm doing what Pretty Woman did at the polo match.
That's right. Yep.
Shaking her arm around.
Were you an Arsenio guy?
Yeah, I was. I was kind of an everybody guy. I watched Johnny Carson
a
lot.
Yeah.
I stayed up and I would watch A&E's and Evening at the Improv.
Mm-hmm.
I would always look for stand-up. I was just so intrigued. I mean, I'm not going to tell you a long story about this, but I was just so intrigued with stand-up ever since I was little that any time I got a chance to watch it, I would.
You know what? That just reminded me of something. I've on your Wikipedia page, which I hate even looking at Wikipedia pages because it's all, sure. Anybody can change anything.
Right.
Have you looked at yours recently?
I haven't looked at it ever.
Okay. It has people listed as influences. Mm-hmm. Have you heard who's on there? They're like David Huntsberger is one of them.
Well, that's fair. That's right.
Yeah,
he influences me absolutely.
I guess nothing against him. He's hilarious. He's been on the show. I love him. But I would think it'd be people that came before you.
Yeah, but I think that if you only allow a certain demographic to influence you, then I think you're taking away what could maybe help you.
Yeah.
So he influences me in a way that he's a hard worker, very hard worker.
Yeah.
Very funny. I think he is his mind works on a level that I absolutely am jealous of.
Yeah.
And I think he's always doing something. There's not a lot of downtime where I can sit and I can put on demand on my TV and I can watch 3 movies in a row and not get one fucking thing done all day, while he is screen printing posters for a show that he booked.
That's true.
He's screen printing little coasters that he gives away at the bar in the show that he runs in LA. Like all this shit. He's doing tons of stuff, working on a special, which, by the way, his Kickstarter, he made it to 25,000.
Oh, he did?
Like 28 grand or something like that to make his special. So
awesome.
November 15th in Austin, Texas. He's going to do that at a little theater down there. It's going to be animated behind him. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I know. That looks awesome.
Yeah, so he influences me in that way.
Huh.
Who else is on there? Do you remember?
Boy, that was the one that stood out.
Okay.
No, I don't remember the
Just
rest of them.
because he's contemporary.
Yeah, I mean, it stuck out because, I know him, and exactly, contemporary. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Chad.
You're welcome.
Thank you for knowing big words.
Even when I'm tired, I know the language. You know big words.
Turn me on.
You make me horny.
I think, I don't know.
I love that we're in Louis Lee's club, that he has built into this fucking empire with this great image around the country.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm just sitting on his stage going, what a piece of shit.
Yeah. Well, we've done nothing compared to what Cy has done mocking Louis on this podcast. So,
can we just get serious for a second?
Let's get serious.
Cy hurts so much on the inside that he makes fun of others. Let me use this. He blows out other candles to make his shine brighter because he's in so much pain, because he knows that while growing up, a face can get you everything. In this business, it gets you nothing. You have to have talent, and I think that for a while his face got him some stuff, but now he's realizing that his talentless, worthless soul can no longer go forward on looks alone, and when he should have been writing or should have been caring about his comedy instead of doing these crazy characters on fucking Derek.
Derek!
I had it. I was staring at the fucking pole.
Even I looked away.
So I wouldn't laugh.
I looked away.
I was trying to Matthew McConaughey Lincoln commercial this thing. Have you seen those commercials?
Yes.
Oh my God. The first time I drove a Lincoln wasn't given to me. Wasn't part of a contract. Because I liked it. That's the fucking commercial? Oh my God, what a piece of shit. What a giant piece of shit.
Also, high school girls, same age.
All right. Oh my God, that guy, he's lived quite the life. But those commercials are so dumb.
Mm-hmm. Why do you drive a Lincoln?
Because it was given to me.
No.
I mean, pretty simple.
Yeah.
You give me a fucking car that's nice, I'll drive it. No big deal.
Hell yeah. Fucking Derek. Chuckling in the back.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. I don't know if I mentioned this to you before, but I always do, I set Google alerts for everybody that's ever been on the No Laugh Track podcast.
Okay.
In case, it's my way of stalking all of you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so getting my stuff ready to talk to you this week, I went back through my Google alerts and I found this gem.
Okay.
About Chad Daniels.
Interesting.
I'm curious if this has been resolved.
Okay.
It says this was posted on Chad Daniels' Facebook page, August 17th. I'm sure you could just continue once I started because you remember what happened here. It said, you wrote, just had the worst meal at Chili's at Potomac Mills, Virginia location. I got the Cajun chicken pasta. It had taco seasoning on it, not Cajun seasoning. My wife got the same meal, and instead of chicken, had it changed to shrimp. It also had taco seasoning on it. My wife could not eat it. It was so bad. So when our bill came, we saw that the upcharge was $6.99 for shrimp, and there might have been $2 worth of shrimp on the pasta. Our server was not accommodating to our concern, nor did he do anything to help us out. I have no desire to eat at a Chili's restaurant in the future unless there are some serious changes to the preparation of their food and business practices. Was this ever resolved?
Well, I have to think that this is one of the 33 Chad Danielses that made my Twitter handle be Chad Daniels 34.
What?
That's not me.
It's not you.
I promise. Did you know that?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Okay, good. Jesus Christ, I was like, what kind of person do you think I am? The upcharge was $6.99. That's what Matthew McConaughey should do. He should read Facebook posts like that in his Lincoln. Oh my God, that is so funny. I was sitting there like, I don't think I've ever been to that. I know I don't eat at Chili's.
I have an alibi. I was not in Potomac Mills, Virginia. I love that this Chad Daniels that isn't you. It says, and there might have been $2 worth of shrimp. Well, what is?
Right.
Now you're the freaking judge of shrimp value.
He's a shrimpier. Would that be a thing?
Shrimp. Maybe
they're using the scale that Sato's nephew used in Karate Kid 2.
Oh, yes.
You remember that scale?
Yes.
When Daniel LaRusso breaks the weight and starts extra shit?
Because it was the weight was hollow or something, or it was too light.
Right. So they weren't paying the people as the farmers as much as they should get. Miyagi.
That's based on real history, I think.
We fight in 2 days. I give you 2 days to mourn your father's death. Daniel LaRusso, I'll make you some tea by the sea. Those two words are close together. I'm learning English. Oh my God. I literally, if I get hit by a car on the way to my hotel, good.
Yeah, everyone's
going to listen to this and be like, yep.
Well,
yep.
Karma.
That's what happens, you pile of shit.
You know, growing up and seeing, loving the Karate Kid movies, well, especially the first two, I been being so stupid when it comes to geography. I didn't know that Okinawa was I thought they made that up for the movie. I didn't know that was a real place.
Hey, what should we name where Miyagi's from? Okay, now, yeah, perfect. Let's do it. Oh, okay, now? Okay, great.
What did you tell me? You were saying your opener when you guys were in Asia?
Oh, every show I opened, I would say, it is so, God, thank you guys so much for having us here in Ching Chong Ping Pong. Because the reason I would do that is because the first night, the open mic guys that were there, they were kind of shitting on Americans and how dumb we are.
Oh, really?
But I think that gets a laugh. You know, obviously that's a very safe place to go.
Yeah.
So people would say things like, there is a place called Chongqing. And then one of the guys went up and he's like, yeah, but, of course, dumb Americans think it's Ching Chong Ping Pong.
Yeah.
And so that's why I said it. I said it that night because I followed that guy. I didn't follow him. He was like 2 ahead of me. I follow a guy named Jim Brewski, super funny dude from Miami that just lives over there right now. He actually won the Hong Kong Fest, won like 40,000 Hong Kong dollars, which is $5,000 about. And so I followed him. He was great. I really loved him. And the other guy was great too, but I just thought it was funny. So I went up and I go, I said something from Jim's act, and then I said something from this guy's act. Then I just go, it is great to be here in Ching Chong Ping Pong. And then everyone was like, boo. And I go, do you guys understand why I'm doing it? I'm like, don't care. I'm like, okay, you just got every person that comes to a show this whole week to hear that fucking phrase. You're going to give me that much grief right now? In Singapore, I said, it's great to be here in Ching Chong Ping Pong. And they were like, Singapore. And I go, I know.
It's like the people that do a, like the Stones will come to town in St. Paul. Thank you, Minneapolis. Like,
right.
But no, not like that. Right. Ching Chong Ping Pong.
Singapore. We're in Singapore. I'm like, you guys lost a whole fucking airplane full of people. And you're going to yell at me because I'm saying Ching Chong Ping Pong? You find your plane and then you come back and you talk shit to me.
Exactly. I watched you on At Midnight earlier this year.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay, great.
It was very funny.
The show?
You on that
I just
show.
wanted you to say it out loud.
You're a dick.
No, thank you. I had a ton of fun. I had Jesse Joyce, who's been a friend of mine since we met like maybe 7 or 8 years ago when we did Live at Gotham. And he is just like skyrocketed in the writing world and comedy world. And he writes for like the biggest shows. And he took like an 8-year stint on At Midnight. And it was great. We hung out and talked forever and ever. And it was a blast to see him. And then I went up and did those squirrely little jokes. They cut some things out. Because they have to, because you tape for 45 minutes and it's a 22-minute show.
Yeah.
But, it was a lot of fun, and Morgan Murphy is hilarious. Her writing, Jay Larson and I both admitted, we were like, holy shit, she should have won. Like, her writing was just top-notch.
Oh, wow.
But my strategy was to not shut the fuck up. So anytime a picture came up or anything, I would comment on it. And so he had to keep giving me points because I wouldn't shut my mouth.
Right.
So I snuck in. Cheater style.
And there was a Puckett reference.
Yeah. I wasn't about to. I was gonna say the Minnesota Twins is all I was gonna say because it was sexy baseball.
Yeah.
And so I was just gonna say that, letting them draw the conclusion that these are hot chick twins.
Yeah.
But instead, no, I went Kirby Fuckett. I think the one that got the biggest laugh was Cal Blumpkin Jr. from the Baltimore Glory Holes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then I go, oh, my cousin's going to love that one. And Hardwick goes, is he from Baltimore? And he goes, no, he loves Glory Holes. But they cut that part out.
They did. Yeah. Oh, that is so awesome. Now I am going to look at my watch, Chad, to see how much time we have.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. I've been sitting on some things here just specifically for you to be here because these are right up your alley.
Okay, great.
Okay. So the pressure's on. Don't let me down, please. These are, there's a survey, another survey. Women spend 5 hours a week in a bad mood. Okay. That adds up to almost 11 full days a year, which some would say seems kind of low. Here are the top. We have a list of the top 10 things to put women in a bad mood.
I have a question. Was this survey or was this study done just 5 hours a week? And they're like, oh, they're crabby the whole time, I guess. But it's only 5 hours, so we'll just put 5 hours down.
We only had time to study for research.
Teasing ladies.
He's so funny sometimes when he talks about women.
So what's your thoughts on these?
Okay, I'm ready.
Put women in a bad mood. 5 hours. Number 10, PMS.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't even get to comment on this. I'm going to, obviously, because I'm talking.
Yes.
But we don't know what it's like. People say kick you in the nuts or whatever it is. We have no clue to know exactly what it's like. So, because women don't know what it's like to get kicked in the nuts, so they can't do it.
No.
But it looks... I've seen some women that kind of manage, but I've seen some women that absolutely fucking destroys them for 4 days.
Yes. That is a good point, because I've got hit in the nuts really hard by a girl, and then you try to explain how shitty that was that just happened, because it hurts. It's excruciating. And you're right. They really just don't get it. All right, we're even on that one then.
Okay.
Yeah. What else do we have here? No one helping them with anything.
That's a bit much for me.
Aww.
That's a little bit.
Maybe we need to be a little independent.
Or maybe you need to get prettier and people will help you. maybe you need to take the 5 hours you're being a bitch and put some fucking makeup on, and someone will help you. Oh, God. I tried to keep it together again, and I couldn't. I hope that people listening to this have seen me do comedy and know that I'm just a jackass. Oh, God. Okay. The helping thing, see, here's the problem.
Yeah?
I say this with women, and I say this with the troops, right? It's confusing because some women want help and some women don't. They're very independent, and that's
true.
Great. Either way, it's great. I'm happy to hold a door or carry some groceries, or if I see someone that has a bunch of groceries and looks like they can't, they're like an older gal, right? I'll put the groceries in her car or whatever, steal an apple. Same with the troops, right? It's confusing because you go, oh, hey, man, thank you for your service. And some guys are like, you're very welcome. But some guys are like, well, I didn't fucking do anything. And they get mad at you. And they don't thank me. Like, okay. So then you don't thank a serviceman for their service. And then it's like, hey, man, why don't you say anything? It's like, oh, fuck, I can't do this. This is tricky. Mm-hmm. This is real tricky stuff.
It's a good analogy, Chad.
Thank you. So I guess what I'm saying is, thank you for your service. No thank you for your service. Help yourself, or I'll help you. Just fucking tell me what you want. Sorry I yelled in your ear, Derek. I tried to pull the mic away, but I don't think it worked.
He's so loud when he gets crabby.
A few more here. I'll skip a couple here. Feeling sick. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, that should be everybody, though. No one likes to feel sick. It's not like guys are like, fucking, you hear about Jeff? Feels sick. He's going fishing. Loves it. Loves when he feels sick, that Jeff. No one likes that. Stop it, ladies.
The bad weather. Also.
God damn it, do I understand that.
Yeah. Well, but you live in Fergus Falls.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, bad weather, that can put me in a foul mood for a whole... Like, I'll be 5 hours deep, crabby, Monday. Like the week has just started, and I'm 5 hours deep with bad weather.
How about this one? Neither of us have probably ever had this problem or heard this complaint. Their partner not listening.
Yeah, I could see why that would make you crabby. You just like, all you do is listen and support. And then you're like, hey, my friend Becky, and just the guy's like, I don't fucking care about your friend Becky. Like, that's got to be frustrating. I can empathize with that one.
I'll admit I need to work on that one occasionally, in case my girlfriend listens to this one.
Well, here's the problem. I listen too much, because sometimes someone will be telling me something, and I'll listen so intently, and then I'll see them 2 years later, and I'll be like, hey, whatever happened with your son with the thing at school? And they're like, who are you? And how do you know about this? I'm like, oh, I was listening.
I'm just a polite person.
I was listening to you. Sorry. Sorry to ruin your fucking day by listening. Carry your own groceries.
Look at this guy. He fucking remembers things about me. What a jerk. And one more here. Feeling overweight.
Oh, God. Listen, I'm a crazy person. I am... fit for a fucking straitjacket. There's no doubt. There's stuff going on in my head that is insane. My body, I don't have the genetics to have a good body. My mom and both her brothers and everyone on that side of the family overweight.
Okay.
I am fighting off obesity as long as I can, but the craziness actually helps me. I'd be 300 pounds if I wasn't a fucking lunatic, right? I have I've yelled at ice cream and thrown it off of a deck before in the bowl, just because I've been like, what? I'll hear a bird chirp and I'll turn to see what it is, and I'll feel my tit shake a little while I'm eating ice cream. I'm like, no, you did this to me. And I'll fucking throw a bowl of ice cream over a deck. Yeah. Yep. Cuckoo. Ladies, I'll carry your groceries.
For the workout.
Who wants to party?
Yeah.
Huh? Who wants to party with this goddamn lunatic? Oh, my God. I'm a mess.
So you're one of those people that when you do sit down for that bowl of ice cream, you go, I earned this.
Never. I never even think about it until
really?
I'm in. I never even think. It's like, when you start telling a story or yelling at someone and you're halfway through it and then your brain is like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Mm-hmm. That's how I'm with ice cream.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. My favorite, by the way, is do you ever buy that?
Yes.
Yeah. Whatever it is, yes.
Sure
Gelato. They sell it like in the freezer section at the grocery stores now.
No, but I will tell you, anytime I go to like an Italian place or Italian themed area, I get gelato.
So good.
Yeah.
Caramel.
You know what? I like pistachio.
Pistachio.
A lot of people don't get it.
We're going to go our separate ways there.
But I really like only gelato. I can't eat pistachio ice cream. Just gelato. I don't know why.
Yeah, you're wrong about that.
I don't know why she swallowed the fly, but I guess she'll die.
Perhaps she'll die.
A lady swallowed a fly and now there's a spider. This wiggle jiggle tickle inside her. Ooh, here's who.
If Lewis ever invites you back, which I know he will, I'm not talking about to this club, but to go along with him to Asia.
Yeah.
You should really demand a second mic on stage for one of these fictitious gals with you on stage. What did you think of that one? Oh, you're so funny.
Oh my god.
You are so funny with your big American breasts. You should have more ice cream.
All right. One more thing I want to bring up to you, sir. This is something I just found out about this morning. Let's see. How do I set this up? There's some products for sale out there that are just ridiculous. I remember when I got married, I'm now divorced, but when I got married, I remember one of my coworkers was when the wedding was coming up, he was telling me he was going to get me these things called smittens. He's like, I'm going to get you and your upcoming bride, I'm going to get you smittens. Smittens are mittens where each person, like if you're holding hands as a couple, each has their own mitten, and then there's one in the middle that is sewed together. It's intertwined so that you're holding hands constantly.
I want a name and an address of this friend because I'm going to beat the shit out of him. That's ridiculous.
He never bought them. It was a threat.
Okay, good.
Well, there's a new product on the market, or it's actually come. It's in the development stage, you could say, called distance dolls. Have you heard about this?
I haven't.
It's here's the thing. Actually, I printed out the picture so you can see it. Take a look at that picture right there.
Okay.
Yeah. It's two just like rag dolls.
Yeah.
Well, apparently there's like a computer in each of these. So let's say you and I have distance dolls because we miss each other. You're in Fergus Falls. I live in St. Paul. Mm-hmm. We're not going to see each other as much as we'd like, and we both really need that physical touch.
Okay.
So I'll be at home. I'll be in my room in St. Paul, thinking of you, and you'll be holding your doll. I'm going to give it a big squeeze, and you hold your doll, and it squeezes you.
You shut your mouth.
As if it's me.
You shut your mouth.
And then what you do is you give that thing a long squeeze, and it gives me the same one, just as long.
Are you serious?
This is a real product.
What if you fuck the doll's mouth? Now, I know I came out of the gate swinging on this one.
Well, let's see. I'm going to look closer at the picture there. It's possible, certainly. I mean, the input is there, but I don't know how it would. I don't know how that would translate.
Well,
with your doll.
I think it would be great if you were on the phone with the person that had your distance doll, and you were like, "Hey, you're not going to believe this," and they're like, "I don't even know." Okay, I believe it. Good one. You got me. My doll just climbed up on my face and had sex with my face. Good burn. Good night.
I think this is quite possibly the greatest product ever invented.
I'm pretty into it right now. Yeah. I'm pretty into the possibilities.
So many. Exactly. There's so many things you could do with the distance doll. These early versions are going to be 10 years from now when we're all walking around with our distance dolls that do everything. We're going to laugh at these early versions the only thing they did was hug.
Yeah.
We're going to laugh at those.
There's going to be finger and poop shoots. I wonder how many times a day I wonder how many times a day someone's going to go, "Oh, distance doll, you got me again." Oh my God.
I do. I don't know if they are. I haven't, physically like touched one, but I do hope that they are made to launder easily.
Oh, they're going. Yeah. No, you're gonna have to get some non-stick surfacing going on with that.
Yes. I just was. I don't know why I just thought of this. I've been moving in the last week to a new house, and
congratulations.
Yeah, and we pulled out some. Thank you. We pulled out some furniture that was in a storage. A storage center, whatever, for like 2 years. My girlfriend's stuff, a couch that I'm now using, covered in mouse crap.
Yeah.
When we got it out.
Yep.
And it made me think about like. So then, of course, I've had to vacuum it and clean the shit out of it, and whatnot. I would think my grandparents every day of the year had plastic on their furniture in the house, in the house, and my grandfather had the upholstery of his car covered in plastic.
Yeah. This didn't want it to wear out.
Isn't that amazing? I mean, if you saw that now, when's the last time you saw somebody's house like that? 30 years, right?
Yeah, probably pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't. Now there's everyone wants new, so you can't wait till your shit wears out.
Ah, yeah.
Because you want something new. But then it was just, hey, we just spent $300 on a couch. Let's wrap this shit up in plastic. And then we're done buying couches forever. Yeah. That's a pretty good deal.
Have they ever researched I'm just thinking about that polyurethane smell in my grandparents' car. I mean, it smelled like plastic every day.
They're going to research that, but right now they're busy trying to find out how many hours women are upset for stupid reasons. So all the researchers are working on that right now. They don't have time to research your stuff.
There really are only so many researchers out there.
Yeah. There's just 4. 2 of them work at 3M, so that's no good.
Exactly. Is there anything else before I let you leave and go nap before your big show tonight? Anything else you would like to mention, sir?
I don't think so. I mean, if you have never seen my stand-up or heard my name, you should go and watch As Is on YouTube.
Yeah, the full 50-some minutes is on YouTube.
Yeah, it's a free special.
But like produced and everything. This isn't like they set a camera somewhere.
Legit, we're live from this stage.
Yeah.
Too.
Uh-huh.
So, just that. But if you have seen my comedy, sorry.
He likes to make fun of himself. It's so endearing. It's so endearing when he makes fun of himself.
Oh, what? Serious. I don't know how many names I can call myself in one podcast, but I went to therapy. First time I ever went to therapy. This guy is just kind of trying to get to know me, and he goes, "Well, tell me about yourself." So like I talked for maybe 3 minutes, and he goes, "Okay." And I thought he was taking notes on what I was saying and ideas to fix my brain, and he just goes, "Are you ready?" And I go, "Yep." And he goes, "Piece of shit, motherfucker, pile of shit, asshole, good for nothing, loser." And I'm like, "Are these things that you think about me?" And he goes, "No, these are the names you called yourself in 2 minutes." And he had 2 pages. And I was like, "Oh, that's probably not great."
And can I have that to use it on stage?
Yeah. So I know that I call myself a piece of shit, but really I don't think it. It's just my way of getting the email complaint dogs off of me.
Right.
When I go, and I go, "Oh, I'm such a piece of shit," I'm sitting here smiling my ass off.
Only a jerk would say that.
What a piece of shit. High five. They can't see us. High five me.
Are you, one last thing, are you selling like your CDs at the shows?
Yeah, I have all of them. I have at least the 3 that I've done with stand-up records. I have Busy Being Awesome, You're the Best, and Natural Selection.
Perfect.
Yeah, so they're all here. And I have coasters.
Oh, that's right. I saw one.
Yeah, I have drink coasters to give away and little cards to give away, too, if you don't want a CD and you want something from the show.
Will you sign a coaster for someone if they ask?
Shit, yeah, I do. Mm-hmm. Shit, you know that, right?
Shit.
You know I will.
All right, Chad. I have nothing left. I've put it all out here.
Well, I did. I guess when you asked, is there anything else I wanted to say? I said no. That's a lie because there's one more thing I did want to say, and
Siam is very tall, but not very good. It's sexy time.